The day of closing, the cops came and they had like a bunch of people outside of the house. Like they had to basically force these people out. The neighbors come and they were like, oh my God, you bought this house? I was like, yeah. And they were like, thank you so much. We've been dealing with so much drug activity and issues with this house. And that was kind of cool. I'm like, oh, like, you know, there's people that frown upon like fix and flippers, I've learned. But I think there's a lot of good, you know, like improving the neighborhood. And like in this case, you know, like the neighbors were like, had a young family living there. They were like, thank God, like, what are you going to do with it, you know? Yeah. So that one I remodeled and I ended up selling for $637.
Well, real quick, so that's awesome. So for those listening, wholesalers, right, their job is to locate these super distressed properties at a discount, right?
Yeah.
But what I want to point out to this is it's your second flip. And when you buy from a wholesaler, you're putting $5,000 non-refundable earnest deposit, no inspection period. So your second deal, you're going straight through a wholesaler, no inspection. You're walking into drugs and problems and so on. So I just wanted to set people know behind the scenes on that. That's huge.
And you know what? I have to be honest. I sat in my car, sent the earnest because it was other investors, but I knew the comps. I knew that this was going to be good. I didn't sleep that night. I was so stressed out. I was like, oh my God, what did I get myself into?
What if?
Then you start going into this like negative spiral because human nature, you know, when you're still learning things, it can be scary. And that's when I really feel like I really leaned on my faith. And I started going to like women's Bible study group. And I was like, okay, I need help. Like, I want to do these things, but it's scary still. So I think that really helped me a lot to
What part of your faith, how did it help you?
It helped me.
What was the driver that was like, gave you the confidence?
So I think faith is so important and knowing that everything's going to be okay.
Yep.
Huge.
Yeah. So for me, I had a lot of fear, a lot of unknowns, and that is not good, right? To internalize those feelings. So to be able to kind of let those feelings out and put them onto God and know that it's going to be okay. Whatever happens, there's always a solution. Really helped me get through the stressors of, because fixing and flipping is stressful. Like let me not sugarcoat it. It's very stressful.
The first question I have for your second flip, because you said you bought a duplex, so that's an income generating property. So there's two different ways to look at it. There's, you know, landlords that are coming into town wanting to build their portfolio. So you had to look at it differently. Did you just look at it as a flip, like, hey, because there might not even been a lot of comps for duplexes.
Yeah, there weren't.
So what were you, like, how did you handle that?
So initially, I really wanted to keep that property. And I had already left corporate, so I didn't have my W-2 income anymore. I was, like, building a new businesses and so on and so forth. So I knew conventional financing was going to be challenging for me.